Hi, guys, and welcome to my week 2 update of Deep Keto Coaching with Crystal Love. I feel fantastic. Like, I can't even tell you how good I feel, how full of energy, just like in a good mood. It's incredible. I mean, we can attribute it to keto. I don't really know. I mean, we can attribute everything that's good in the world to keto. Attribute what you like. I feel so good. Let me give you my stats. So when I started this protocol 2 weeks ago, I was 183.8 and I'm 5'8". Last week I came to you at 173.4, and this week I am 172.3. So that is a 1 pound loss for the week and 11.5 pounds down in 2 weeks, which is absolutely incredible. I obviously expected my weight loss to be slower this week. And as you will see here, it was very slow this week, but that's okay. I mean, progress is progress, forward is forward. What's really good also is that I continue to lose body fat percentage. So of that 1.1 pounds that I lost, zero point 0.8 pounds were fat. Body fat. I did my body fat testing again. So that is extremely encouraging. And I feel like I look a little different. Again, maybe I'm just wanting to see what I want to see, but I feel like I look different too. I'm very pleased. I feel slim. I feel like anti-bloated. I feel fantastic. I'm really excited that today the Deeper State Keto course launched. So if you guys are interested in that, there's a link below. But that is the same protocol that I am following now, but in a course like setting. So there's like a lot of material, a lot of online trainings, videos, calculators, all kinds of material that you can browse. And that looks so fantastic. I looked through a lot of it today and it looks great. So if you guys are interested, check out that link below. Okay, so my second week with Crystal went really well. She changed my macros. She decreased my calories, increased my protein, decreased my fat, and my total carbs stayed at 10. Again, we're not doing net, we're doing total carbs. And that felt fine. It wasn't a huge change, but it felt fine to me. However, my weight loss did slow down quite a bit. So for next week, she's adjusting accordingly. Another thing I really played with this week, I mean, I really hit my macros on the nose every single day, which is a feat, and it takes some careful planning, but my MyFitnessPal is open. So if you guys are ever interested in seeing what I'm eating, I post it every single day. So you're welcome to go look in there. The username for that is below. What I really played with this week was the timing of my meals, because I found in the first week I was often very full at dinner, like it was hard to finish dinner, but I was hungry throughout the day. So, and in the first week, if you remember, I was doing like coffee, lunch, coffee, dinner, and that was it, no snacks. So what I'm doing now is like coffee, snack, lunch, sometimes another snack, and then dinner. So I'm spreading out my food a little bit more, and that makes the day much more pleasant. So that's been good to learn. A lot of you guys asked me about my exercise, and I'm sorry I forgot to mention that last week. I have not changed my exercise. So I'm still running 4 to 5 days a week, 4 to 5 miles, and I'm still doing step cardio classes on Saturdays and Sundays. So I didn't change that when I started this program. And I don't think that exercise is really necessary when you do this program. The whole thing is meant to be like nutrition based. So even if you don't exercise, I think you will definitely still see results. However, exercise has lots of benefits, including, calorie burn and muscle building, and maybe accelerates your weight loss, but you don't have to. And I think if you're starting out, because it can be very new or kind of tricky for some people, it's good to really nail the macros specifically. Like, that is the most important part, and then focus on the exercise once you've got the food under control. So if you're considering this for yourself, don't worry about like adding in exercise if you've never done it before. I mean, certainly consider exercise for like the benefits of your life, but don't think that that's strictly necessary to be successful with this program. I've also added in electrolytes this week. Excuse me. I was not really supplementing electrolytes too much. I mean, I was drinking like a Powerade Zero, but that doesn't really have much at all in terms of electrolytes. So I bought the Vega Hydrator Sport, and I drink one of those per day. And I got the berry flavor. I don't love it. I usually like berry flavored things, but this one tastes kind of like bubble gum. I mean, I'll finish it, but apparently they also have a lemon lime flavor, and I'm going to try that one next time. Another question that I got last week was about meal plans. So the Deeper State Keto and the Coaching with Crystal Love does not provide meal plans. That's not what it's about. They don't tell you what to eat. They just give you your macros. So you can eat anything. And I might have misspoken last week when I said that I swap out my Premiers for heavy whipping cream. I mean, I do that, but it's not because I can't have Premiers. I can certainly have a Premier. In fact, I've done it twice so far. For some reason on Saturdays, like after my step class, it's just like the thing that I crave. It's part of my routine. So last Saturday and the one before, I made myself a Premier with a coffee. And, you know, vanilla Premier has 4 carbs, so I can fit it into my day. It's just a matter of working all your other macros around it. And it has 30 grams of protein, which is a lot, a big percentage of what I'm getting for the day, but it's doable. You can really eat anything you want on this protocol as long as it fits your macros. So I didn't mean to say that like Premier is forbidden. I have just mostly taken it out because I don't need it. I'm able to get tons of protein and everything else with all the other foods I'm eating. So yeah, I just wanted to clarify that. I've also gotten much more creative with my foods this week. I feel like last week what I showed you, like eggs and chicken and spinach dip, like that was almost every day because I was still playing with the macros and figuring things out. This week I definitely got more creative. I did do eggs and chicken and stuff like that on many days, but in a moment I'll show you a typical day, other things that I ate. So I got more creative because I was definitely craving sweets, like I said. So I made the cookie dough fat bomb, and I'll link that below. That has been delicious. I've eaten it plain, and I also turned it into a milkshake. That was really good. And yeah, I've added in a little more sweet treats here and there. And like I said, if it fits your macros, you can fit it in. Oh, even twice. I had a tablespoon of the legendary almond butter, which you guys know I love. It's been sitting in my fridge for a while. So I weighed it out. I measured it. I had 1 tablespoon. I mean, it's hard to stop at 1, but I did it, and it satisfied that craving. So whatever you want, as long as it fits the macros, you can have it, which is really good. A few things about following this protocol specifically for weight loss surgery patients. I think for people who are non-weight loss surgery, they very much emphasize volume foods, so things that fill you up that don't have a whole lot of anything. They just make you feel full, and typically that's what people want. But I think when you're a weight loss surgery patient, that's like the opposite of what you want. So if you do the Deeper State course, they have like a whole section on like volume foods, or hunger hacks is what they call it. So it's good to take a look at those. If you do feel hungry, you can add them in. It's like things like the miracle noodles or spinach, stuff like that. But I think if you're a weight loss surgery patient, you probably don't need those. So that's an interesting kind of switch. Another interesting switch is drinks. So I find that it's easier for me to hit my fat targets when I include the fats in drinks. So I saw this really great idea online about making like a what's it called? Italian cream soda with either a Zevia or with the electrolyte powder. So this is amazing. So I saw this one girl was mixing her electrolyte powder with just soda water and heavy whipping cream and making like an Italian cream soda. And that sounded wonderful. So what I did was I mixed Zevia with heavy whipping cream, and it tasted amazing. I normally don't drink sodas, but I'm far enough post-op that it's not a problem for me. I just don't usually crave sodas, but I can drink sodas. They don't cause like gas or problems for me. So so that has been a really refreshing and wonderful way to hit my to hit my fat macros as well. So yeah, and I also wanted to say that like keto and weight loss surgery are not mutually necessary for success, right? You don't have to have had weight loss surgery to be successful on keto, and you don't have to do keto to be successful after weight loss surgery. I think that's really important to emphasize. I mean, I think keto post weight loss surgery is a very natural progression of what your surgeon's plan probably is, but again, only if you're like a year post-op or more, maybe. I think within the first year, follow whatever your surgeon said. Stick to your doctor. I'm certainly not a doctor, but even, the kids at Keto Connect, they're not doctors. Like, they're just very experienced with providing nutrition advice to people, but if you're very new post-op, I would say stick with whatever your surgeon told you. But, you don't have to, keto and weight loss surgery are not mutually necessary for success. I just wanted to clarify that. So yeah, as far as what I ate in a typical day this week, I will show you. Okay, so I always start my day with a coffee and a heavy cream. I made this milkshake, so this was 2 servings, but I drank half of it, and this was the cookie dough fat bomb blended with ice and milk, and it was so delicious. For lunch, a salmon burger with some sour cream. In the afternoon, as a snack, some salami and some Swiss cheese. Another coffee in the afternoon. And then for dinner, I made this tilapia that's like crusted with mayo and mustard and butter and salt. Oh my God, it was like amazing. So yeah, I definitely felt more creative with my foods this week. A different day, I also made that chicken crust pizza, the no-carb chicken crust pizza. I'll link that below. That was phenomenal. I don't know why I'd never made that before. I had made it with ground chicken, but with canned chicken, it's so much better. So that was phenomenal as well. And I will definitely be making the cream sodas again also. Those were so good. In college, I used to do, I discovered Italian cream sodas at a coffee shop, but they were like super expensive. So I started making them at home. I would do Sprite, like white mocha syrup and heavy cream every day for like a semester when I was in college, and then I was over it. But I loved Italian cream sodas, and I haven't had them since, really. But when I mixed this Zevia with the heavy cream, it really hit the spot. It was so good. So that's a hashtag new obsession this week. So yeah, it's going really well. I will say that as things go on and I feel more comfortable with it, I find myself missing net carbs, because I fall back into the mentality of like, oh, this is low carb, that is low carb. But really, when I look at the carbs, maybe it's like 10, but like 4 net carbs, so like having the hard cap of like 10 total carbs is a little bit more difficult when I want to give myself some wiggle room with cooking and baking and treats and things like that. But I'm holding off. I'm sticking tight to the macros, and it's fine. I also find myself missing things that I know are like good and allowed, but if I don't know the macro specifically, I wouldn't know how to track it. And like, at least during this protocol, I think it's very important to track everything. So for example, sushi, I usually eat sushi, just like peel off the rice and it's fine. But like right now, I wouldn't know how to track that exactly. So I haven't had sushi and I miss that. But I'm only doing 4 weeks of this. Then I have a couple of vacations lined up, and then I'm gonna do the full Deeper State Keto protocol. That's 12 weeks. So it's not meant to be like long-term, this is how you live your life. This whole program is meant to break you out of a stall or a plateau and lower body fat and kind of rejuvenate your metabolism. And I definitely think it's working. So I'm really happy. Crystal has been so fantastic, so responsive. She's absolutely an angel, and her competition is this weekend. So again, I will link to her YouTube channel below. I think she or Robert are going to kind of take us along for the ride with her first bodybuilding competition, and I think that's really exciting. So I'm so happy for her. I'm so proud of her. She's worked her butt off, and she looks amazing. So yeah, I feel like I'm in really good hands. If you guys have any questions about the Deeper State Keto program or about coaching with Crystal, let me know, and I am happy to answer them. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.